Welcome you all to Sai Kathayein. This is our series on the 11 assurances of Sai Baba. We have provided the links for the playlist of the previous assurances in the description box and also in the I button above. Please do go through them and hit the like button. If you like our content, please do subscribe to our channel and stay connected. The next and the 7th assurance of Baba is जो जो मजा बाजे जैसा जैसा भावे तैसा तैसा पावे मी ही त्यासे. When translated, it means with whatever intensity, passion, and devotion a devotee prays to me, with the same intensity I respond and reciprocate. Baba used his words very carefully. Therefore, he uses the word bhave, which means a spiritual feeling or emotion the devotee has towards his Sadguru or God. It is an emotion, hence there is no instrument to gauge its depth, nor can it be measured. This cannot be seen but felt. Many devotees say that they are devoted to Baba, but they cannot say that they are devoted more than others. It is an emotion that cannot be seen, explained, or seen. It can only be seen and perceived by the devotee. The emotion or bhav may be an emotion of love and yearning for Baba. This emotion of love is a heartwarming emotion that cannot be explained. Often they can be seen in one of the 8 known forms as Ashtabhav. They are 8 forms of ecstasies that shake our body and mind, which are as below: uncontrollable trembling, profuse sweating, laughter with clapping of hands with utter ecstasy, uncontrollable crying, horripilation, which means when the hair on the skin is standing to the end, pallor or motionlessness, indistinctness of speech, and loss of consciousness. The devotee exhibits one of the above. If the devotee does not have any devotion and expects God to be pleased with him, will it be possible? It is not so easy to please God. The sages that understood God knew this and said, the gods possess everything except bhav. Hence, they are unable to have bhakti. Thus, they yearn for devotion and bhav. This bhav is of 2 types. 1. Seva bhav, and 2. Bhakti bhav. Then the question arises, what bhakti is? If you want to do bhakti, how should we do it? If you go to a sculptor and take an idol of Baba and do aarti to it, and after aarti say, Baba, give me this or that, is that real bhakti? If your devotion expresses itself in any one of the Ashtabhav and have desire to help the less fortunate, that is true bhakti. This is because seva and bhakti go hand in hand. In other words, seva is a visual counterpart of bhakti. There are countless people who on account of prarabdha karma are living in wretched condition or abject poverty. There are numerous sick children with lack of basic amenities, and numerous sevas can be done to them. In the initial stages of our spiritual journey, you find it necessary to worship Baba in the form of an idol or a photograph. But as we progress, this becomes unnecessary. Thus, Baba said, with whatever intensity of devotion a devotee prays to me, with the same intensity I reciprocate and shower my grace on him. In chapter 9 of the Shri Sai Satcharitra, Baba applauds Sitabai Tarkhad for feeding the dog and the pig, and Baba said he was satiated and his hunger pangs are gone. This is the highest form of bhakti that can be perceived in the form of seva to animals or creatures. Baba said, know that I like him, only him who sees me in all beings. So give up the sense of differentiation. This is the way to worship me. Always have compassion. First feed those who are hungry and then eat yourself. Preserve this truth carefully in your heart. Baba gave Sitabai a glimpse of his omnipresence by stating, sometimes I am a dog, sometimes a pig, cow, or a cat. Sometimes I am an ant, a fly, or an aquatic creature. In such various forms do I roam about in the world. This is the true form of Lord Sainath. Know his true form, and then the devotion in your heart will come forth as seva to these creatures. And from this seva, the emotion of Ashtabhav will arise and manifest. That is exactly what happened to Sita Bai Tarkat. Hearing Baba's words, she got choked with emotion, a lump rose in her throat, and her eyes filled with tears of joy. Human beings live under set of two rules. The first is called Srishti Niyam, that is the rules of the universe, and the second is Parameshwar Niyam, which is the rules of God. The rules of society are necessary for the survival of a person. He has to work and earn and feed his family. Ideally, he should do his job with honesty and integrity. But this is often tainted with the attachment to his family and his desire to provide the best for his family. Thus, he may resort to giving and taking bribes. And although his inner conscience warns him, he finds ways to justify his acts. Thus, it becomes imperative to ask, will Baba be pleased by what I am about to do? Thus, you will refrain yourself from stealing, cheating, and accepting bribes. If you spend millions of rupees and build a temple and buy a beautiful statue and worship it, it may be considered as an initial stage of bhakti. But are you going to be spending the rest of your life applying sandalwood paste to an idol and lighting an incense? When will you progress on the next level? When the heart is filled with devotion, it manifests as seva. It is very important to note the intention of seva, that is, what is the bhav behind the act. Thus, when you become a part and parcel of the service to the Lord, that is true bhakti. To recognize the supreme energy of Lord Sainath in all beings and to render service to them is true devotion. Then, Baba also reciprocates with the same love and intensity. In the next video, we shall discuss the 8th assurance of Baba. If you like this video, please do hit the like button. Please do share this video with your friends, relatives, and other devotees of Baba. And for more such content, please hit the subscribe button. Om Sai Ram.